Raised in the bustling, trade-rich city of Mecca, Khalid bin Walid was born into a world where tribal affiliations shaped one's identity and future. The Quraysh tribe, to which Khalid belonged, was among the most powerful and influential in Mecca, guardians of the Kaaba, the sacred shrine that drew pilgrims from across the Arabian Peninsula. This prestigious background offered Khalid a life of privilege, but also one bound by the strict traditions and expectations of his tribe. From an early age, Khalid exhibited traits that hinted at his future greatness. His keen observation skills, quick learning ability, and an innate sense of leadership distinguished him among his peers. Stories from his youth tell of Khalid's courage and competitive spirit, often engaging in and winning tribal competitions that tested physical strength and combat skills. These early experiences were not merely exercises in physical prowess, but the forging of a mind capable of strategic thought and decisive action, qualities that would later define his military career. Yet, the Mecca of Khalid's youth was more than a center of commerce and pagan worship. It was a city at the crossroads of change. The early 7th century saw the emergence of Islam, introduced by the Prophet Muhammad, which challenged the established social and religious order of Mecca. The new faith preached monotheism, a stark contrast to the polytheistic beliefs of the Quraysh, and advocated for social reforms that threatened the tribe's hegemony. Khalid, like many of his contemporaries, was initially skeptical of Islam. His loyalty to his tribe and its traditions, combined with his rising status as a skilled warrior, made him a natural opponent of the fledgling Muslim community. He took part in the early conflicts between the Muslims and the Quraysh, where his prowess on the battlefield was evident. However, these were also the years of Khalid's intellectual and spiritual growth. Witnessing the steadfastness of the Muslims in the face of persecution, and perhaps intrigued by the egalitarian message of Islam, Khalid began to question the beliefs and practices he had grown up with. The conversion of Khalid to Islam is a pivotal moment in Islamic history, marking a significant turning point, both for Khalid personally and for the Muslim community. It was a decision that came after much introspection, and one that would redefine Khalid's path. Leaving behind his life of privilege and status in Mecca, Khalid embraced a faith that was still in its infancy, persecuted by many, including those of his own tribe. His conversion was not just a spiritual awakening, but a strategic realignment of his loyalties and ambitions. Khalid's embrace of Islam showcased his ability to transcend tribal affiliations in favor of a higher cause, a characteristic that would serve him well in his future campaigns. As the winds of change continued to sweep across Arabia, Khalid bin Walid's early life in Mecca laid the foundation for his legacy. It was here, in the heart of the desert, that he developed the qualities of leadership, courage, and strategic thinking that would earn him the title of the Sword of Allah. And it was here that he made the monumental decision to join a movement that would transform the Arabian Peninsula and the world beyond. The rise of Islam in the 7th century Arabian Peninsula marked a period of profound upheaval and transformation. For Khalid bin Walid, a man of esteemed lineage within the Quraysh tribe and a respected military leader, the emergence of this new faith presented a monumental challenge that would redefine his path in ways unforeseen. Known for his valor and strategic acumen, Khalid initially stood as a formidable opponent against the fledgling Muslim community, participating in several key battles that aimed to quell the spread of Islam. His opposition to Islam was not merely a matter of tribal allegiance, but also a deeply personal struggle, as the new religion threatened to overturn the social and religious order that had defined his entire existence. The Quraysh, to which Khalid belonged, were custodians of the Kaaba in Mecca, and their wealth and status were intricately linked to the existing polytheistic system. Thus, Islam's monotheistic message posed not only a theological challenge, but also socioeconomic standing. Despite his initial resistance, his encounters with the Muslim community, and perhaps more significantly, with the Prophet Muhammad himself, began to sow seeds of doubt and reflection. The Muslims' unwavering faith in persecution, their moral fortitude, and their growing successes on the battlefield made an indelible impression on Khalid. These experiences exposed him to the depth and sincerity of Islamic beliefs and practices, challenging his preconceptions and sparking a profound internal dialogue about his values and allegiances. The pivotal moment of his transformation came after the Treaty of Hudaybiyah, a peace agreement between the Quraysh and the Muslims. Witnessing the strategic patience and diplomatic acumen of Muhammad, coupled with the rapid expansion of Islam, Khalid began to see the emerging faith in a new light. It was not long after this that Khalid made the life-altering decision to embrace Islam, traveling to Medina to declare his submission to the Prophet and to the will of Allah. His conversion was a dramatic turn of events that shocked Meccan society and signaled a significant victory for the Muslim community. For Khalid, this was not merely a change of faith, but a profound realignment of his destiny. Embracing Islam meant abandoning his previous life, including his status within the Quraysh and his identity as their champion. Yet, in Islam, he found a higher purpose and a cause worth fighting for with all his might and skill. As a Muslim, Khalid's military talents were swiftly recognized and utilized by the Prophet Muhammad, who gave him the command of Muslim forces in several battles. His strategies and bravery on the battlefield earned him the nickname Sword of Allah, a title that signified his role as a divine instrument of justice and protection for the fledgling Muslim state. Under the banner of Islam, he led the Muslim armies to decisive victories that were instrumental in the consolidation and expansion of the Islamic State. His journey from a staunch adversary to one of Islam's most fervent defenders is a testament to the transformative power of faith and the unpredictable pathways of destiny. His story is a remarkable narrative of personal growth, spiritual awakening, and the unyielding pursuit of a higher calling. Through his conversion and subsequent contributions to the Islamic cause, Khalid bin Walid exemplified the profound impact of embracing change, challenging oneself, and dedicating one's life to a purpose beyond mere personal gain or glory. Khalid bin Walid, dubbed the Sword of Allah, is a figure whose military acumen left a profound mark on Islamic and world history. His journey from a respected member of the Quraysh tribe to one of Islam's most formidable generals is a testament to his strategic brilliance and adaptability. Khalid's leadership in battles such as Mu'tah and Yarmouk showcases his tactical genius, where his ability to read the battlefield and make rapid, decisive moves led to significant victories for the Muslim armies against seemingly insurmountable odds. At the Battle of Mu'tah in 629 AD, Khalid demonstrated his military prowess for the first time on a large scale. The Muslim forces, significantly outnumbered by the Byzantine army, faced a dire situation. Khalid, taking command after the fall of the initial commanders, executed a strategic withdrawal that minimized Muslim losses, while simultaneously conducting a series of feigned attacks. These maneuvers confused the Byzantine forces and allowed the Muslims to retreat safely, preserving their fighting strength for future battles. This battle, although not a victory in the traditional sense, highlighted Khalid's ability to preserve his forces under adverse conditions, earning him a reputation for tactical ingenuity. The Battle of Yarmouk, fought in 636 AD, further cemented Khalid's legacy as a master strategist. Here, the Muslim army faced the Byzantine forces in a decisive confrontation near the Yarmouk River. Despite being heavily outnumbered, Khalid's use of innovative tactics, including the effective use of cavalry and feigned retreats, led to a crushing defeat of the Byzantine army. This victory had far-reaching consequences. opening the door to the Islamic conquest of Syria. Khalid's ability to leverage the terrain, motivate his troops, and exploit the enemy's weaknesses showcased his deep understanding of warfare dynamics. However, Khalid's career was not without its challenges and controversies. His aggressive tactics and independent command style occasionally brought him into conflict with the political leadership of the burgeoning Muslim state. After the death of Prophet Muhammad, his relationship with the caliphs Abu Bakr and Umar illustrated the delicate balance between military necessity and political authority. Despite his successes, Khalid was relieved of command by Caliph Umar, who feared that the people would attribute victory to Khalid's prowess rather than divine will. This setback, however, did not diminish Khalid's contributions to the Islamic military tradition or his status as a hero of Islam. The narrative highlights key Islamic concepts, such as the significance of the Kaaba, the monotheistic message of Islam, and the detailed accounts of battles and strategies that played crucial roles in Islamic military successes. These elements suggest that the author has a strong understanding of Islamic teachings and values, and aims to present Khalid bin Walid's life and achievements in a way that resonates with Muslim audiences. Stay tuned for the next video, where we will explore Khalid bin Walid's story from the perspectives of other religions and ancient historical contexts to provide a broader understanding of his impact and the times he lived in.